Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, not yet. The future will come one day. Just not today. All right. So moving on to our next topic, and as we've been discussing, we are again nearing E3. Like it is getting to that time again, and boy, we got some news to talk about, some E3 stuff. So, as you can see right behind me, this is the E3 floor that or the floor plans. They have showcase. Actually, can I do this real quick? Hang on, let me see if I can do this. Do I have it hotkeyed? Boom. Yes, I do. It works. Yes, hotkeys work. Anyways, so yeah, these are a real close-up shot of the what it's gonna look like in the game in the E3 floor, and the big booths that are gonna be provided. Let me read this real quick. This was from it's posted on a forum site called ResetEra.com.
I'm sorry, Jesus Christ, but Capcom has an enormous section.
Yeah, I know. I have a good feeling. I have a good feeling why. So this person posted a disclaimer: the materials contained in this post, namely large representations of E3 2018 target maps, have been through legal means obtained via ordering.gs.com. On May 5th, 2018, target floor plans for E3 2018 were made available for the public view by the ESA GES event planning and marketing partner via Express.
Pardon the noise. I'm sorry to interrupt you again, but pardon the noise. I got to take some ibuprofen.
Okay, that's fine.
My knee is starting to irritate me right now. So
gotcha. Via the Espresso by GES services at and then link provided there for some time. Access to these target maps were via direct communication with store management, but the maps have maps have as of today been made available for download, and no account login on Espresso via GES is required.
I thought it was just spelling that wasn't your forte. It's also reading.
Reading is fundamental. So I'll put the link in the chat for those who want to check it out. These images are, as you can follow along in the chat as well. These images that are being shown. Also, there was a list of game companies on here as well on the page too of them attending, but it's a lot. But specifically with these, I wanted to focus on the pictures behind me. So as we are getting closer and closer to E3, one of the things that I think a lot of people are kind of speculating, it's like what games are going to be unveiled, what exactly are some of these companies have in plan, and when game companies rent out a big floor space.
Yeah,
that is an indication that there's going to be some game or games are going to be announced that they're going to be shown at the E3 floor. Because for those
I like that Epic Games is basically just like they could just replace that with just Fortnite.
I know, right? That's all they got to do. So for those who don't know, when it comes to E3, basically all the games that are being shown at the presentations, the Microsoft press conference, the Ubisoft, the Sony press conference, they're all the games that are going to be shown on the floor, most of them. Some of them are behind closed doors for the press, but most of the games that are shown at the press conferences are playable on the show floor or demoed.
Why does Samsung have such a giant, I get Samsung being there, but look how big its area is.
Right. The thing about it too is like some of these other companies who are there, they're not game industry. They are also possibly tech-wise and shipping out to.
It's not like it's electronic entertainment expo, so it's electronics and entertainment. People always thought it was just like, well, it's video games because that's what electronic entertainment is. No. Like it's electronics entertainment.
Right.
Two different words.
So, So one thing I want to point out, as you can see in these images,
that seems average. Like that what the one you have up right now.
Yeah,
seems right.
Yeah.
Like where's Microsoft? Was it on the other page?
So speaking of which, I'm about to address that. Microsoft does not have a booth in the E3 show floor. They are using the theater next to the convention center. So they're going that route, and they're going for more public route, kind of how I think what was it Ubisoft or EA did last year. So they're going that route, and I think primarily part of it because of money, but I think that the way that Microsoft has been, but very consumer friendly for the last several years, and going that route, I think that's kind of the thing the theme they're riding on, so that they'll be, hey, come check us out. You don't need a badge. You come and check out our games.
I was gonna say I think it's less money and more of that.
Yeah. So they're gonna have the theater next to the convention center, but they'll be there, just not particularly in the convention center.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, definitely.
That's right, the Nokia Theater.
Yes.
Yeah, they do have the Mixer booth, and I mentioned that earlier because I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, and Mixer is Microsoft's thing for sure.
So do these blank ones we can't see? Do they have something there, and they're just the words too big, or?
So I think there were some of these other ones I think are just a lot of other game companies are much smaller, so they can't like list them all. Or
gotcha.
put them, so that's my guess from it, because there's a ton in this list on the link I sent to chat to check out.
Yeah.
But just to start off on a few things, have a guesswork of what potentially might be happening in E3. Also, I like the fact that Sony and Nintendo are just like next to each other.
It's been like that. It's been like that every year.
Has it always been like that?
Yep.
That's hilarious.
Actually, I was gonna say that hallway. You'll see a lot of pictures of that hallway because on one side you'll see a giant Sony or PlayStation logo. It's like signage, just massive, and then literally right behind it you'll see a Nintendo one of the same thing.
That's
because in that hallway, that wall where they're basically seeing each other, like it's just gonna be a wall, a massive like fucking 30-foot wall, and I'm not joking. Around the corners though, and I imagine everything that's not like where they don't see each other,
right,
that'll all be open. So
gotcha.
But like the thing is, like every year when I watch walkthroughs of the show floor, because you know I do, Nintendo's like booth is always way more fun than Sony's.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
And that's not to say that Sony doesn't have a good booth. It's just that the way that Nintendo sets up their stuff, they set it up like it's just a playground.
Yeah.
Like they have a ton of statues and fun things to look at and kind of mess with. Where Sony's just like, we have a fuck ton of demos if you want to play the new games that we have exclusively to our console on the PS4 Pro. That's kind of how they are. But here's my thing, Anthony. Here's where I'm interested. So there's the purple section, and then the purple section next to it that's tiny for Sony. And that makes sense to me. Why is the one above it blue and it's also for Sony?
Apparently that is let me scroll up here actually. I enlarged it just for the purpose of making it easier. They're actually part of a schedule. So Fright target schedule, Thursday. So assuming that's the room that they're renting for that day.
Oh, you know what okay. You know what the blue one probably is?
The press conference?
No. What I'm assuming what the blue one is for, and I've seen them do this before. They did it when Uncharted 4 was coming out, and I think God of War as well. But basically, it's a booth / room that's a tiny theater where they showcase some stuff strictly for like your eyes only sort of thing.
Oh.
So like, yeah. So that way, like, you can't bring a camera in. Like, you can watch it, you can see it if you're at E3, and you can talk to your friends about it, but you can't have any footage of it, kind of thing.
Oh, good stuff. That's a good. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah, that's really good, because there are going to be some stuff that are going to be behind closed doors, and the other stuff they're going to show, but probably will not allow people who are going to be, able to bring in anything and just kind of eyes only.
Yeah.
Makes
also, I'm
assuming
the beige one for Nintendo is the same thing.
Yeah, I would assume so as well. Nintendo always has a big booth, so does Sony as well. As far as like speculation, as far as what they're gonna bring, there's gonna be some games, obviously. I don't think there'll be like any. From just looking at this, it seems like they're gonna have something to show off. Maybe they'll have Bayonetta 3 playable on the show floor.
Yeah, I think one of Sony's big one of their big things they're going to try to show off is Days Gone, the motorcycle or biker zombie game.
Yeah, we're going to see that again for sure.
Even though I feel like Well, absolutely Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But I feel like Days Gone, we haven't heard a lot about it, and we know that it's close to being finished. So I think there's a lot on that. As for Nintendo, like their booth is going to be awesome. Primarily because we know that they're going to talk about Smash.
Oh,
So
fuck,
that's going to be
right.
a huge factor.
That's right, and they did say that Smash is going to be playable on the show floor. So that's got to be it. That's got to be it.
But also, Anthony, I'd like to point out that last year we heard about Metroid Prime 4.
I don't think we'll get a playable demo. I don't think
we will either, but I feel like there's going to be something on the show floor. I have a fork in my hand, but the beige room will be about that.
I think you're right. I think they're even a trailer from Metroid Prime 4. I don't even feel confident in that, honestly. We didn't
really. It's been a year. It's been a year since they announced it. We gotta have something.
It's a little too early.
I don't think it is. Here's why I don't think it is, Anthony, because Nintendo is really, really, really trying to make the Switch the best it can possibly be. And I think they're doing a fantastic job. And they know that in order to sell consoles, they have to come out with exclusive titles that sell that console. Breath of the Wild did that. Odyssey did that.
I don't think if you're for this year, I don't think it'd be Metroid Prime. Or for the next
No.
year.
What I'm saying, Anthony, is they're going to have something for Metroid Prime. They might have a short, very rough demo or like a video to kind of showcase, maybe like give us a hint of the timeline, something in that regard. But I think that what we're going to see during their direct is going to be like a Dorito fart in the face, where what's behind that fucking curtain on the beige area will be more detail for people there.
Right. We'll see. I would love to talk more. We gotta move on, but we'll talk more about it in the after show. In the after show, we'll talk more about it because I really like to dive in some of the other companies that are listed on here as well.
Yeah, we're excited about E3. We're gonna try to do some fun stuff for E3 when it happens.
Yeah, definitely.
Since I don't have to watch my nephews.
Yeah, unfiltered Greg. All right, so moving on to our next topic at hand. Speaking of E3,